This is cause number 2020-42425 in the interest of Ramel and Sophia Mejia Rodriguez.
That's correct, sir.
All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Please state your name and your relationship to the children. I'm sorry.
My name is Georgina Rodriguez Serna. I'm the mother.
All right, and for the state?
Angela Jeffries with the Office of Attorney General, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Christian Mejia. Mr. Mejia is not present, and he was personally served on December 7th, 2020, 1:54 p.m. He's not filed an answer and not appeared. Is that correct, Ms. Jeffries?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was given further notice of this Zoom hearing. A certified mail return receipt requested, which was delivered at 11:41 a.m. on June 21st, 2021. So we will proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state calls Georgiana Rodriguez Serna. Ms. Serna, you are the mother of Ramel and Sophia. Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct.
All right. Who do you allege is the father of your two children?
Christian Ali Mejia.
Okay. And are you married to anyone, ma'am?
Israel Serna.
Okay. But you did take DNA testing in this case to show that Ms. Mejia was the father of your two children, ma'am. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to offer in evidence what is already in the court's record, the DNA testing results for Ramel and Sophia, which show that Mr. Mejia cannot be excluded as a biological father of these two children.
Court will note that the DNA test reports would indicate that the alleged father, Christian Mejia, is not excluded as biological father of the tested children, Ramel Mejia, and also Sofia Rodriguez Mejia. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. And so, Ms. Serna, in line with the fact that Mr. Mejia could not be excluded as a father, you're asking that the court find him as a biological father of your children. Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct.
All right. Now, how would you describe your relationship with Mr. Mejia at this time?
Not good, bad.
Okay. Would you say that you would be able to co-parent with him if the court would order it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And why would you say that your relationship is bad with him?
I have a consecutive history of 10 years of domestic violence, and I am now able to get out of it due to the Hawk system.
Okay. And when there's decisions that need to be made regarding your two children, who makes those decisions, ma'am?
I do.
All right. And if they needed to go to a doctor's appointment, who would take them?
I do.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke to Mr. Mejia?
February 25th of 2020.
Okay. And why has it been so long since the last time you spoke to Mr. Mejia?
Because he reoffended on a no contact order that was put in place for a bond that he was already on for an abuse that he did already prior. So he reoffended and caught 2 extra charges. And then he's been incarcerated since then and got bonded out again.
Okay. So you believe it's in the best interest of these children that you be appointed as a sole managing conservator of these children. Is that correct, ma'am?
I pray so. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And so you also mentioned that at this time, to your knowledge, there's a no contact order between you and Mr. Mejia as a prop or condition of his bond. Is that correct, ma'am?
That is correct.
All right. And the children currently reside with you in your household. Is that correct, ma'am?
That is correct.
All right. And do you believe, I'm sorry, you currently live in Harris County. Is that correct, Ms. Serna?
That is correct.
All right. And to your knowledge, Mr. Mejia lives in Harris County. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. And so are you asking the court to not place a geographical restriction in this case?
I pray so. Yes, that's correct.
And why do you think the court should not place a geographical restriction in your case, ma'am?
Because I have been assisted by the HAWK program 100%. And since he reoffended and when he was put in jail, well, I felt safe. So, but we still have the no contact order. So they're trying to relocate my, they asked me, do I have family members outside of the state of Texas? They asked me questions and I said, yes, I do. So we're trying to do an action plan as we speak. But due to this court hearing, moving forward would moving forward would say what will go on with me and my kids for the safety of them.
Okay. Okay. So Ms. Serna, just to clarify, what is the HAWK program?
A HAWK program is a domestic violence abuse. First time in the crime victim. So that's with the family court. They requested the HAWK agency, which is for for domestic violence. And so they assist me for rental, everything, anything I need, just to, put me in a safe place. They had me in a safe place since 2018. Okay. So they have plans right now to relocate you to a different state. Is that correct, me? That's due to what the decisions today would be made. That's the decision I would be making, is to move out of the state. Correct. Okay. All right. Now, as far as the family violence between you and Mr. Serna, when was the last incident of family violence? Or sorry, Mr. Mejia, when was the last incident of family violence between you and him? February 25th of 2020. Okay. And were the police called in that incident, ma'am? Yes, correct. He caught two extra charges. And what did he do? We have a family aggravated assault and then pleading, breathing. He's choking me, strangling me. Okay. And are those charges still pending in criminal court as far as you know? Yes, that's correct. He's not on bond. Okay. So are you asking this court to issue a finding of family violence because of that prior incident or prior incidents of family violence in your case? Yes, ma'am. All right. Now, as far as visitation, when's the last time that Mr. Mejia saw his children? February 25th, 2020. Okay. And so at this time, are you asking that no visitation be ordered in this case? That's correct. Okay. Do you believe if you were ordered to have any visitation that will cause an issue between you and Mr. Mejia? That is correct. Do you believe it's in the best interest at this time that the children not be ordered to visit with him? That's correct. Does Mr. Mejia currently know where you live? Yes, he does. Do you believe if you were to move out of state, having your address will cause you harm or harassment? That's correct. Okay. And so are you asking the court to not disclose your phone, your contact information going forward in this order, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. All right. Now, where does Mr. Mejia work at, to your knowledge? He started his own business. He turned it over to his mother. And so his mother. What's the name of that business? 123 Houston remodeling. Okay. And what type of work do they do there, ma'am? They do contracting work. Okay. And do you have personal knowledge of how much Mr. Mejia makes per month? At the time, I did because I worked with him. Okay. And how much per month did you see that at a bad month he would pull in per month for income? 4,000. Okay. And that's before taxes or anything is taken out. Is that correct? That's correct.
All right, and you've actually seen that income that you're saying $2,000 personally.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you know if Mr. Mejia has any other children under 18?
No, ma'am.
All right. And do you have any private health insurance available for your 2 children, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
All right. And so are you asking this court to order Mr. Mejia to pay $240 for the cash medical beginning August 1st of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you understand that based on your testimony of $4,000 a month, the child support will be $779 beginning August 1st of 2021?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Now, are you seeking retroactive or back child support in this case, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
And when did you and Mr. Mejia stop living together as a family unit?
July 18th, 2018.
Okay. And since July 18th of 2018, did Mr. Mejia give you any money for these children?
No.
He had these children in his possession for an extended period of time.
No, that's no.
Okay. And you testified earlier that Mr. Mejia was arrested at some point. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yeah, he violated the no contact order.
Okay. And so would it be accurate to say that he was incarcerated for almost 16 months since 2018?
That's correct.
All right. And you understand that your retroactive judgment will include the months that will not include the months that he was incarcerated because he did not have income. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. So you asking this court to enter a judgment against Mr. Mejia in the amount of $13,632 as of today?
Yes, ma'am.
That he be ordered to pay $118 per month on that judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you've already signed the default order. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you believe it to be in the best interest of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking the court to approve this default order?
Yes, ma'am.
Lastly, the retroactive amount that we're using, that is still based on the fact that, to your knowledge, Mr. Mejia was bringing in $4,000 per month at a minimum at his construction company. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right, the court will